Hello to all. So today I will give the continuation talking about the mental state. So I will talk regarding about that the fourth and the fifth, sixth of the mental state. Normally, when we talks about the mental state, so as I mentioned before, it's very important to know the self yourself that you have reached of the which of the mental state of the meditation. So the fourth state of the mental state we called is a mental state of the good fixation, and the fifth mental state we call that the mental state of becoming disciplined. The one thing is very important for the meditator, that how you will overcome distraction. When you meditate for the 5 minutes or 10 minutes, while the duration of the meditation, you will feel you will have the one obstacle. That obstacle we call the distraction. So here that you have to know that how you will overcome the distraction or the excitement when you are meditating. Suddenly you might think something else, something other than the object of the what you have to meditate. This is the one obstacle or the one difficulty all the meditator faces. Second thing is that while you are meditating, how you will overcome, what antidote you apply for the dullness. When you meditate, sometimes when you meditate, you might fall asleep. You're falling asleep because of the dullness. Or you're meditating, you're visualizing the statue or the visualizing the any objects, but the image won't come that clear in your mind. When the image is not coming clear in your mind, how you can meditate rightly? Because it's a dullness. That is another obstacle for the old meditator. So now the fourth mental state, what we call the mental state of the good fixation. When you reach the fourth mental state, you won't face any difficulties of distraction or the excitement or dullness. So here one thing you should know, that when you are meditating, And when you get distracted, what you have to do? When you are meditating, when you get excitement, sometimes when you are meditating, you will start to think a lot of the past things, what happens before. That's also one kind of excitement. So normally when you are meditating and once you get distracted, once you had the excitement, what you have to do is that the first thing is, as I mentioned before, you should aware that you got distracted. Once you got aware that you got distracted, then what you have to do is that then you have to inhale or the exhale your breath deeply. Inhale or exhale your breath more deeply. When you are inhaling and exhaling your breath, you have to start to count your breath up till the 21. Up till the 21, inhale or exhale, count 1. Then inhale or exhale, count 2. That way you have to do it up till 21. This is the one thing. Second thing is that in the ancient time in the Tibet, when the meditator could not focus very well, when the meditator could not concentrate very well, they used to keep the butter lamp on the head of the meditator. So now you can imagine that if you keep yourself or if someone keep a butter lamp on your head, definitely you cannot think something else. You have to focus very well that the butter lamp, when someone keep the butter lamp on your head, then you will be very attentive. You will be very cautious. You will be very alert that whether the butter lamp will fall down or not. So that is the very ancient one method. So that's why if you read one of the Tibet very famous meditator, his name, I think many of you have heard about him, that Milarepa, the great meditator. In his biography, he told that he have meditated keeping the butter lamp on his head 21 days. When they are learning the serious meditation, they have to overcome the excitement and the distraction. So when a serious meditator, for overcoming the distraction and the excitement, they use this kind of the method, keeping the butter lamp on their head. When someone keep the butter lamp on their head, now you can imagine that that meditator cannot get distracted. They should be very alert, that they have to very alert that whether the butter lamp will get fall down or not. That is the one technique they are using that. So I am not so sure that here that some might be not very clear, or the not very, the clear might be about the butter lamp. So butter lamp is one of the lamp in the Tibetan and the Buddhist tradition. They used to burn a lamp that will be, they will have a cotton. They keep the cotton in the butter, or there can be a ghee, or that butter, and that burn that cotton. Okay, so that's the butter lamp. That is the second method. Okay, the third method to overcoming the distraction is that when you are meditating, what you have to do is that the third thing is that while you are meditating, when you're getting the lot of the distraction of the excitement, what you have to do is you have to look straight into the sky. You have to look straight into the sky, means that you have to pull your eyeballs to straight upwards. You have to look straight in the sky, not moving your head. Just you keep your head straight and look into the sky like this way. When you do that, you will feel that with this position, it will deactivate the the active consciousness. It is something like deactivating the activeness of the consciousness. So when your mind becomes very active, so when your mind becomes very active, you will get more excitement, you will get more distraction. So that's why what you have to do is that when you're meditating and when you are getting just a lot of the distraction, what you have to do, keep your head straight and look straight up in the sky like this position, 10 to 20 seconds. Then you will feel, you will immediately, you will know that it helps to reduce the excitement. It helps to reduce the excitement. Because when you are meditating, when you get distracted or when you get excitement, that means that you are not meditating properly. Once you're not meditating properly, you won't get any proper result of the meditation, because you are not meditating properly. You won't get the proper result because you are distracted. So this way, so when you can meditate without any difficulties with the excitement or the distraction, then that means you have reached the fourth mental state we call the mental state of the good fixation. Then the fifth mental state, we call the fifth mental state of becoming a discipline. In the fifth in the fifth mental state, that state, what will happen is that in that fifth mental state, you will feel very calm, very peaceful, but you might face difficulty of the subtle dullness. Dullness is, as I mentioned before, when you are meditating and when the image is not that clear while you are meditating, that called a dullness. When you become a very serious meditator, then the subtle dullness will come. For the beginners, while you are meditating, I don't think the subtle dullness will appear. When you reach in the very deep state of the meditation, then the subtle dullness will come. When the meditators are not aware of the subtle dullness, even they meditate hours and hours without the distraction, but still that duration of the meditation will be not a perfect because of the subtle dullness. Now here you might think that what is a subtle dullness? Subtle dullness is when the image, when you are meditating, image might be clear, but somehow the clarity of the image, have some defects. That means that when you are meditating, the image, you may feel the image might be clear, but the clarity image might have some difference. So this is the one of the very tricky point for the tricky point for the meditator when they reach in the deep state of the meditation. This is the very tricky point for all the meditator when they in the deep state of the meditation, to realize that the subtle dullness. Subtle dullness is that when you are meditating, image might be clear, but they might have some bit defects on the clarity of that image. So this point, so what you have to do is that and the meditator, you have to visualize the more lights. Like when you are meditating like a Buddha statue, then you have to meditate the Buddha statue with the more bright, or Buddha statue also radiating the lights. That is the one important thing to eliminate or to dispel the dullness. So you will see the big difference when you meditate the Buddha statue and with the Buddha statue, the radiating the light. Or you can try with the, just like, if you're not very familiar with the Buddha statue, you can try with the meditating an apple, and the apple, the radiating the light. You try to these two different objects. You will see that when you meditate with the object, the radiating the light, you will feel that the image or the object, what you are visualizing, it will help to see that the image more clear. Okay, thank you. So today, yeah, I will stop here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And if you have any question in the next session, more I will leave for the question answer session. So today I will stop here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.